وَمَا أَرْسَلْنَاكَ إِلَّا رَحْمَةً لِلْعَالَمِينَ, that we have not sent thee but as a mercy to all creatures.
لن ترضى يعني اليهود ولا النصارى حتى تتبعوا ملتهم. The Jews and the Christians, they will never be satisfied until you follow their brand of religion.
Respected listeners, brothers and sisters, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to tonight's program in company of two very esteemed and knowledgeable scholars. May I invite my brother Uqba to recite some verses from the glorious Quran. Brother Uqba.
Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah. أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. يا أيها الذين آمنوا هل أدلكم على تجارة تنجيكم من عذاب أليم تؤمنون بالله ورسوله وتجاهدون في سبيل الله بأموالكم وأنفسكم ذلكم خير لكم إن كنتم تعلمون يغفر لكم ذنوبكم ويدخلكم جنات تجري من تحتها الأنهار ومساكن طيبة في جنات عدن ذلك الفوز العظيم وأخرى تحبونها نصر من الله وفتح قريب وبشر المؤمنين صدق الله العظيم. In the name of Allah, the most beneficent, the most merciful. O you who have believed, shall I tell you of a bargain that will save you from a painful torment? It is that you should believe in Allah and His Messenger and should exert your utmost in Allah's way with your wealth and yourselves. This would be best for you if you only knew. Allah will forgive you your sins and admit you into gardens underneath which canals flow, and will give you excellent abodes in gardens of eternity. This indeed is the supreme success. And He will give you the other thing that you desire, Allah's help and victory near at hand. Give to the believers, O Prophet, the good news of this. Verily Allah speaks the truth. Assalamu alaikum.
Alaikum assalam. Jazakallahu khairan. I deem it a great honor to be sitting between two very respected scholars. To my right is Dr. Shuaib. To my left is Dr. Zakir Naik. In the part of the introduction, tonight's program is an initiative by Al-Muntada Al-Islami, which is based in London, by CRC, which is the Comparative Religion Study Center, again based in London, by Harakatu Islahi Shabab al-Muslim, Hisam, and by IPCI Birmingham, who have very kindly allowed us to host this program here today. Before we carry on any further, I would like to invite Brother Yusuf Chambers from Al-Muntada Al-Islami to come and say a few words for approximately about 5 minutes. Brother Yusuf Chambers.
Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
Alaikum assalam.
Brothers and sisters, I'm not going to delay you too long tonight, as we have so much more important things going on to my left here. Now, I'm from Muntada Al-Islami, as the brother has correctly said, and we've been working in the field of dawah for approximately 15 years. It wasn't really until September the 11th last year, was it last year or the year before? It's so insignificant, the event actually, that I can't remember. But we've been working in the field of dawah hard, striving to let the non-Muslims know about Islam and to let the Muslims understand the true version of al-Islam, as was portrayed by the Prophet Mohamed sallallahu alaihi wasallam more than 1400 years ago. Because there's a lot of enemies of Islam who are trying to do other things, as we know. Some of the projects we were involved in, sending as much as 20,000 pieces of literature Islamic literature to the Muslim prisoners, of which there are 5,000 in the UK. Many of you probably didn't know that. We've sent da'is to schools to explain Islam. We've sent over 4,000 dawah tapes to non-Muslims via dawah stalls that we have in London and surrounding areas. And we also support the universities, the ISOCs. And this work is huge. It's never ending. It's much bigger than one individual. It's much bigger, in actual fact, than one organization like Muntada in London. This is why we need to cooperate in this work. We need to come together and forget our minor differences, because really at the end of the day they are minor differences, and we need to make cooperation with one another so that we can continue to do this type of work. And I ask Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to, accept this from all of us, and to purify our intentions, and to be good, honest, honorable Muslims in putting this message, passing this message forward for the whole of humanity. Okay? This is what we forget. Too often we go around being Muslims forgetting that it's the whole of humanity. This message is for the whole of humanity, not just for us, not for the Pakistanis, not for the the Arabs, not just for the Irish. It's for the whole of humanity. And too often we can forget this. So I ask you, brothers and sisters, to support this cause, this event tonight, and future events that we make ta'awun on, and make dua for us that we can continue this work. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
Alaikum assalam wa rahmatullah. Jazakumullahu khairan. As mentioned by the brother, and just to add a bit to that, all the 4 organizations that I've mentioned earlier on, they all have one thing in common: da'wah and propagating of Islam to audiences that vary, to places that are different, in different manner and in different way as such. Our program for tonight sitting entails 2 speakers and 2 talks. And then following that, we will have a joint question and answer session for both speakers. Each session will be the sessions for each speaker will be about 45 minutes each, and thereafter we would have a period of about 45 minutes of questions as well. Our first talk tonight, I have a new one. Yeah, I have a new one. Our first talk tonight is titled Mohammed in the various world scriptures, which will be delivered inshallah by Dr. Shuaib to my right. Prior to my inviting of Dr. Shuaib to talk, to give his speech, a prelude to the speaker is necessary for those of us who are not so well or so familiar with the speakers. My apologies if you know the speakers very well, and that if my prelude repeats what you already know, I apologize for that. Dr. Shuaib Sayyad is a medical doctor by profession who manages and is a player within the researcher comparative religion sector. He is a speaker at the Islamic Research Foundation too, for which Dr. Zakir on my left is the president. He has been involved with activities at IRF as an active and responsible volunteer since its beginning. Dr. Shuaib also handles questions and question and answer sessions on the weekly programs at the IRF in absence of Dr. Zakir Naik. He has been and he remains a very dedicated and hard-working da'i since his college days. In the past couple of years, Dr. Shuaib has been invited by many organizations within India and abroad for public forums and public talks. This have been appreciated by audiences to whom he has delivered talks at places like Bangalore, Calcutta, South Africa, Mauritius, Botswana. It's an international audience as such. He has also addressed a Christian conference of over 150 pastors of the clergies from the Christian religion on subjects that vary from concept of sin to salvation in Islam and Christianity. He has had debates with Christian missionaries both within India and outside as well. Dr. Shuaib has imparted da'wah training too to a lot of young Muslims within Mumbai in particular and far away from India.